Some cases are forgotten because time passes, others because someone wants them to be. This is one of those cases. A young woman disappeared in a town where nothing ever happened. No witnesses, no clear suspects, and no real investigation beyond the surface. But years later, when someone finally looked closer, the details didn't just seem strange, they felt wrong. In 1998, in the quiet town of Ashbourne Ridge, lived 24-year-old Elena Carter. She was known for her routine: work, home, repeat. Elena worked late shifts at a small accounting firm, often returning home just after 9 p.m. She wasn't reckless. She wasn't secretive. If anything, she was predictable. Which is why what happened on March 3rd made no sense. At 9:12 p.m., Elena left her office. Security footage captured her walking to her car, alone. She got in and drove off. That was the last confirmed sighting of her. The next morning, her car was found parked outside her apartment, doors locked. No damage, no signs of struggle. But Elena was gone. Police initially treated it as a missing persons case. There was no evidence of abduction, no forced entry, no witnesses. Inside her apartment, everything looked normal. Her bag was on the table. Her coat was missing. But something stood out. The kitchen light was still on.
It wasn't much, but it suggested something important. Elena had made it home. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. And slowly, the investigation lost momentum. No leads, no suspects. Until one detail resurfaced. A neighbor came forward, claiming they heard something that night. Not a scream, not a fight, but footsteps. More than one set. According to the neighbor, around 9:40 p.m., they heard two people walking down the hallway. One of them wasn't Elena. This changed everything, because according to the timeline, no one entered or left the building. At least, that's what the official report claimed. But when the security footage was re-examined years later, something didn't add up. Between 9:28 p.m. and 9:51 p.m., there was a gap. No footage, no explanation, just missing time. And during that window, Elena disappeared. But the most unsettling part was what investigators chose to ignore. Elena's phone records showed something strange. At 9:34 p.m., a call was made, not received, made, to a number that didn't exist.
No subscriber, no trace. And yet, the call lasted 12 seconds. Over time, theories began to emerge. Some believe someone was waiting for her inside the apartment. Others think the footage was intentionally removed. And then there's a darker theory, that this case was never meant to be solved. Not because it couldn't be, but because it wasn't supposed to go further. The case was eventually closed. No arrests, no answers, just silence. And over time, it faded, quietly buried. But even now, when you look at the timeline, the missing footage, the unexplained call, you realize something unsettling. This wasn't just a disappearance. Something happened that night. Something that doesn't fit. And maybe it was never meant to.